Good morning, guys. It has been, well, it's not even morning. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. I've been kind of busy today, and I haven't quite gotten around to the reading for the morning. But anyways, let's move on. Today is November 7th, so 11/7. We have numbers of 7 and 21 today. 7 is the number of partnership. It's heaven and hell. With the sun being in Scorpio, it would be sinners and saints, angels and demons, fantasy and destruction. It's like polar opposites, I almost want to say. 7 is also the number, it's the 7th house is Libra, which would be diplomacy, justice, equality, balance, and reciprocation, give and take, okay? 21 equals 3, but first, 21 is the number of authenticity. It's where you express your ultimate truth, okay? It's also a time when things come together. It's culmination. It equals 3, which is data, facts, children, ideas. Okay, sorry about that. So 3 is about ideas, it's about children, it's about creativity, it can be traveling, it can be friends, data, facts, what else? A journey, traveling. Okay, so we have 21 and 7 are the basic numbers of the day within the 11th month. Okay, 11 is a portal for goals. 11 is the number of the month. The universal number is 14. So it's about changing the balance of things, evening the score in terms of something in the physical, expressing stability by what goals you've selected to bring into reality, to make happen. Okay, and then of course we have the universal year, which is number 12, which is surrendering and looking at things from, looking at the big picture, coming from a higher perspective, seeing that there is an order to all things. Okay, we also have additional transits of 2020, which would be Moon conjuncting Black Moon Lilith in Pisces. And the thing is, Black Moon Lilith is the apogee, it's the moon apogee, it's the darkest point that the moon travels to, and it's usually a time when our fears come out. Hold on. I didn't put it on airplane. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so basically we have 11, 20, 20. So there's clarity. You realize that you have to surrender something. You have to be open and authentic in your relationship. So somebody may have had to speak up, or somebody may have had to do something to prove that there's something definite and concrete. Okay, Moon conjuncting Black Moon Lilith is a lot of times, if you're not exactly sure what you're feeling, you can express yourself impulsively. Okay, this can be a primary fear. It could be like the fear of abandonment, the fear of failure. Okay, and sometimes we let things go to the point where it could lead to a phobia. But the thing is, if you have the tools in place, or if you've developed or learned the tools that you need to cope with your feelings, this can be a healthy experience in terms of relationships. And relationships are challenging at this moment if you don't have the tools. Okay. Did I double wrote something there? Okay, so basically this is where we become emotional and the dark side comes out a little bit. But with the degrees being at 2020, it is when it comes up to the surface and we can express ourselves to our partners or to people we have relationships with. And I don't mean a boyfriend or a girlfriend. You know, this can be your friend, this can be your children, any kind of relationship. This can be your neighbor, your coworker. Okay, we are learning to express ourselves, to open our mouths and be authentic. I feel this way, or I feel, fill in the blank, without being angry, without projecting, without blaming others. Okay, so without further ado, I'll shut up. and we shall begin. Okay, so we've got minor transits to, looks like Neptune. And I think, hold on, 11-7. Oh, so you may have issues. You may spend a little bit of money, or your judgment may be off in terms of finances. You could be lazy. You could be procrastinating. You could have difficulty concentrating, and that's going to hamper you in terms of accomplishing goals. Okay, so I just want you to know that if you can't function today, it's okay to take a break. With me, usually I have a hard time working on the horoscope before 2 o'clock. Once it comes 2 o'clock, then I have the, I want to say, wherewithal to sit in front of the screen and concentrate on words. This morning, I sat down and I looked at it, and I'm getting such strong downloads. I know something is happening, and I did say that in the reading yesterday, that somebody's getting downloads, and in 2 to 3 days, you should be able to integrate the information. So basically, right now, I've been getting downloads. I'm hearing tones in my left ear. My crown is literally lit up, and I can feel that I'm drawing in the energy. It's a number of things. There are portals open. There are 11 portals. Today is the 7th, so we are already rolling into the full moon energy. The full moon takes place November 12th, the full moon in Taurus at 19 degrees. And I also, what do I want to say? This is like a time for channeling. And I tell you guys this, like when I'm downloading like that, it's automation. I am on automatic. I can barely function, just the normal daily functioning, and I can't, I have a hard time thinking otherwise. And basically, I don't understand English at this time. No comprende, no speak English. I look at my horoscopes and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell does this mean? So, you know, we have our days, and like I said, a lot of people are getting downloads. And in case you guys weren't aware, I think some of those downloads have to do with a multitude of things. Some are Schumann resonances, and some are Mayan portal activation days, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it has to do with Mayan portals, and of course the full moon portal is going to be opening. And we also have coming up on, without looking at my calendar, we're going to have the sun combust Mercury. Okay, the sun is never more than 30 degrees away from Mercury, so it can do a couple of things. With the sun combusts Mercury, you could literally come up with a bright idea. This is Mercury crossing over the sun. Some of you won't be able to see it. Let me see. Sun conjunct Mercury. Yeah, oh, duh. It takes place on 11/11. Not. Okay, without turning my phone off and looking at the calendar, the sun conjuncting Mercury at 18 degrees on 11/11, and that is yet another 11/11 portal. Guys, I just have to tell you, I've been seeing 11/11 every single day now, a couple times a day, and it's funny because I'm seeing it everywhere, and people are saying it. I think I told you guys like last week or the week before that, I met somebody who said, yeah, my birthday's 11/11. I'm like, oh, that's the first time I've audibly heard 11/11. I'm so used to seeing it. So it's pretty odd, but I've been seeing 11/11, and of course I see 77 all the time. I see 11/17, and the other day, which I haven't seen in a long time, I saw 8888. I love my numbers. A lot of you guys should be seeing all those things, all these glitches in the matrix, coincidences, people dressing alike, sounding alike, going through the same thing, in the same situation, you know, seeing the same color twice, hearing the same word, the number, letter pattern, animal, fruit, vegetables, patterns, noticing the patterns and being observant. We are in the sun in Scorpio, so at this time, the signs should be clear. If You are listening. Okay, so first cards, 29 and 11. So look at that, guys, an 11-11 portal. How was that? I didn't even see that. I just looked up at it now. Okay, so imprisonment. This is about an ending that creates a balance in something. Okay, it breaks down to an 11, which breaks down to 2. So it can be balance, intimacy, partnership, or goals. So this can be a goal that totally balances things out. Imprisonment is a card meaning contracts, promises, agreements, being locked in or locked out of something. It can be contracts. It can also be prison time. It can be jail. It can be prison time. I want to say it denotes a situation where possibly you could be between a rock and a hard place, and a decision has to be made. And somebody is definitely benefiting from it. Why? We got sudden wealth, which is the 11 card. Okay, and distant horizons, which for me is like my Jupiter and Sagittarius card, which Jupiter is in Sagittarius. Okay, so contracts, sudden wealth, distant horizons. For some of you guys, you are linking up with a contract, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think we still have that T-square that exits through Mars and Libra, okay? Or am I thinking of my chart? I'm pretty sure there was a North Node, South Node exiting through Mars and Libra, which is go contracts. Go contracts, go diplomacy, go justice, basically. Okay, so there is something here that is basically justice. I almost want to say it's your lucky day. Okay, then we have distant horizons, which I said is like my Jupiter card. It's like the husband card. It's travel, it's luck, it's searching for new adventures, new horizons. It is taking a leap of faith. Okay, it represents faith also. And throwing that anchor out there and hoping that it lands where it's supposed to. It's also flying free. Okay, so being free because you're flying, you're succeeding. You didn't sink, you didn't fall. This is also looking for new horizons. So you may be exploring a little bit in terms of skills and services, whatever it is that you do for a living, or your hobby or chosen profession. Even, let's see, every single house, one, Aries, you know, leadership, fire. There could be, you're exploring your me, getting to the core of me, taking the adventures that you want, going after what you want. You know, second house would be Taurus. This would be like exploring different comforts of home. Like, let's say you used to, I don't know, you used to like to have a flower arrangement. Maybe you'll throw something different in there, like a little bit of succulents or a little chili pepper. It's like experimenting with different things, coming upon certain ideas. And I almost want to say this feels like the Sun conjunct Mercury, or Sun combust Mercury idea here. There could be something that gains you great power suddenly. Okay, and there could be, I want to say, a promotion coming from foreign lands because of the, you know, distant horizons here. This could be publishing a contract. This could be a publishing contract, a book contract, some kind of writing. Okay, so it could be a blog, could be a vlog, it could be speaking. I want to say counseling, therapy, teaching. But it's at right here, the Hierophant. It's not teaching. For some, somebody has just done something for you that benefited you immensely. It's not something, it was almost like a fluke or a one-time thing or a flash in the pan, but this was the one thing. They helped you accomplish a goal when your back was up to the wall. Okay, so they're staking their claim. They're putting their anchor in you. Putting their anchor in you. I know this sounds nasty. Sorry, I'm a Scorpio. They're anchoring in you. They're vested. They are fully vested, and they've just given you proof. It is out of the ordinary. Look, guys, we got 5-5, Hierophant and the 5 of Cups. Okay, no more disappointment. Everything that you worried about up until now, you may have felt really vulnerable, may have felt that you couldn't trust your partner, or you weren't sure, you weren't 100%, you may have been 99.9%, but there was that 1% of niggling doubt. Okay, guess what? It's been wiped out. It's been wiped out in one fell swoop. Okay, one swift act, and your faith has been restored. All those years of disappointments have melted away. Okay, all those times where you were hurt or neglected or dismissed, and all these years you've been sad thinking, what about me? When you felt when you felt your power being taken away from you, when you felt invisible, suddenly you're in full view, you're on a pedestal. Somebody did something grand for you. In fact, it could have, okay, grand. They could have paid a grand for something, possibly paid one of your bills, or given you a grand. Or this contract is got a couple of zeros behind it, and not one and not two. It would be at least 3 zeros behind this contract. When I see sudden wealth, it's $100 to $1,000 with this card that I feel. It can be more. It just depends. But somebody was really, really generous, and they finally, I want to say they finally toed the line. They finally went to the extent that you were hoping for. Okay, you had faith, you waited so long, waited so long. Okay, let's clarify sudden wealth. Waited so long. And some of you guys got 2 tickets to paradise, so they may have gone out on a limb and purchased some, oh, look at that. Purchase some vacation tickets or a trip, some kind of tickets. They could have purchased reservations at a hotel or concert tickets. They did something really big and really important that showed you, and it was above and beyond. It showed you just how important that you are to them. Look, another 5. Huh, interesting. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles, that would be Mercury and Taurus. You got your mind on your money and your money on your mind. 3 of Sorrow, after a repeated pattern and a history, I want to say a lifelong history, as long as the life of your relationship has been, they have always been coming from money, I want to say lack of money consciousness, poor consciousness, victim mentality. I don't have, they used to have that fear that grips in. There's a lot of trauma and a lot of pain under the bridge before they would blame you every time they were low on money because they were in the grips of fear, because they didn't understand that when they help you, they help us. They help the relationship. So they'd been withholding for so long, and it's almost like a dam that's built up water, and then all of a sudden the dam broke and the floodgates came in, and here's this one chunk, this huge thing, this huge favor. They saved your ass. They rescued you in the nick of time. And guys, I've been kind of telling you this. A lot of you guys were stressing. As long as you didn't stress on it and said, okay, I am exactly where I'm supposed to be. Everything is perfect. If I'm not supposed to have this, and if I'm not supposed to do this, if I'm not supposed to be this, then it will be taken from me, and it will be replaced by the universe with something, with a point in the correct direction. Okay, the blessing will come to you when it is time. So after all this pain, after all this trauma, and you trusted and you trusted and you trusted, and they failed you, they didn't meet up to your expectations, or they didn't meet up to your standards, all of a sudden there's this complete 180. It's almost like, I want to say it was like a fortune dump. Like they were waiting for the one thing to blow you away. Literally. So it did definitely blow you away. You might be in la la land, fantasy land, because somebody did something big for you. They helped you out with one of your main goals. Then we have these cards down. Oh, look at that. Temperance, lovers, and death. Okay, universe is working for you. Like I was saying, Jupiter and Sagittarius right now, my distant horizons card reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, which is ruled by Jupiter. And then here we have oh wow, 6, 13, and 14. 14 is temperance. This is the... Hi, sis. Yep, sorry about that. Sis is getting her hair done. I told her I was going to start singing Beauty School Dropout. Anyways, temperance is the leveling angel. What the devil sweet talks you, okay? He gives you something in exchange for something. He's trying to swindle you. The temperance angel, when you have something that you shouldn't, karma is, she makes the playing field level. She squares things up, okay? So basically, there's a huge balance coming in. You are to wait for your opportunity to act because it's coming. It is coming. It's also the card of social media, okay? So you may be singing, singing from the mountains when you get this opportunity, or you may be just broadcasting and letting people know that this person, you're thinking about making him your husband. This is, he or she has finally shown you that they're completely 100% dedicated to you. There is no more questions. Okay, so you guys have kind of figured it out, that where you guys need to give and where you guys need to take. And after one person was giving and giving and giving for so long, it's kind of like they accrued some karma credit. Okay, so bam, here it is. Here's the karma credit. They might have been waiting for the right opportunity to do it, or they might have said, okay, if I don't do this, we will never get beyond this. We will never go any farther than this. Okay, so the lovers making the right choice. Habits, patterns, victim mentality, attached at the hip. So yeah, it's like, I want to say betrothal. This is a concrete manifestation of commitment that you didn't have before and that you weren't sure was even coming. There's some healing going on here. See, death, transformation, 13. This is an inner purge. So somebody got rid of their victim mentality. They got rid of their... Oh. They stopped procrastinating. I'm hearing laziness, but it's procrastinating. They stopped procrastinating. They stopped sitting on their butt, and they actually got up and gave back to you. Look. See? You're standing face to face, and one is giving the other as an expression of love. You give each other. I almost went like that. Can't do that on this, but basically, you see how they're both holding on to, I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a heart? Is that a bong? It looks like they're smoking a bong with the clouds over here. Share and share alike. Okay, you need to have your own time. Temperance. Sagittarius is very, very independent and likes a lot of me time, but also you need to give to each other and not just take. Okay, so there's an end to that. There's an end to one person taking, and there's a new beginning. Death is transformation. This is Scorpio season. Okay, so there is a lot of transformation happening. By how? We are purging old beliefs, old paradigms, old habits, because we are changing up the patterns of our thinking. And when we change how we think, that results in different actions, which results in different reality. And everyone around us, if everyone around us is doing the work, then we are working to knit a new reality together. This is really cool. Okay, house reverse. You are so not used to it. Uranus retrograde in Taurus. We do have the full moon in Taurus coming up, but when I see house, it's usually about a property, a building, or a home. 20 is a new intimacy, a new partner, a new team, a new balance. 2 is basically one-on-one, getting closer. Okay, reversed, unsure about something. So it's a little uncomfortable, but I'm not sure if comfortable is the right word. Not that it's uncomfortable, but this is new. This is new. Okay, you're not used to them ponying up. Let's clarify. House reversed. Oh, they love you. Look at that King of Cups. They burn for you. They yearn for you. But somebody here, they were stressing on it. They may have not said anything about it, but they were really, truly emotional. There's a fire burning in them for you. And look at the card. Look how he's kind of just slapping his head like, "Doh, I can't let you lose this property." So there was a property in question. It could be physical land property or a house, or it could be like a belonging, something that was owned by you that was in question. They didn't want you to lose it. Look at that. 6 of Wands, victory. This is praise. This is public praise and acclamation. This is, I almost want to say Prince Charming, but it's not Prince Charming. This is the King of Cups. This is Sir Galahad to the rescue. Okay? Now you have a different view of them. Before, when you felt like you were giving and you were giving and you weren't getting anything in return, all of a sudden it's, oh, he just stepped up. And he overstepped up. I mean, he flew like Superman right to the top. And now, I can't complain. You cannot complain, even though you want to be irritated a little bit. You're not comfortable with this situation because it's so new. Not that you don't like it. You love it. In fact, you're probably like, oh my God, they're the best. You're the best. You saved my ass. I don't know what I would do without you. And telling people you come across in public, telling people on social media, just, singing the praises of, oh, look at that. Guys, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got all four of the number 5s in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I lied. We're missing one. We're missing the 5 of Swords, but we stopped 5 of Swords a long time ago. Okay, so excuse me, I lied. That would be 5 of Wands. That would be inner insecurity. There is no inner insecurity right here. These are very sure steps. These are very sure people. And they are sure. They showed you they're sure. And now you're sure that they're sure, so you're sure. 5 of Swords, projection, defeat, 9 of Cups. So it could have been at one time they were manipulative. They could have gaslighted you. They could have blamed you for things. They could have been using you. Okay, and you turned the other cheek. Okay, Jupiter and Pisces. You turned the other cheek and you exhibited nothing but love and happiness. You did not let their expression of negative energies get to you. You stayed happy, and in return that opened them up. Before, they weren't so I want to say they weren't so attached. This is detached, okay? It's Venus and Aquarius, the Five of Swords. So it's having many connections, but not being attached. Connected to everything and attached to nothing. Okay, you went on with your badass self and made yourself happy and filled your own cup. And as a result, things have changed. Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune. This is a wake-up call. They realize that they cannot manipulate you anymore because they're not going to, it's when people are trying to manipulate you, they're trying to get a rise out of you. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. And if you don't react, if you stay calm, I want to say turn around, don't drown, basically, right? You turned around that drowning feeling when you wanted to drown in tears or when you wanted to drown in anger. You've turned that around and you've now controlled and mastered yourself, and they're seeing that. Okay, they're seeing that. So finally they decided, well, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Judgment is a wake-up call. The Wheel of Fortune is leveling up. Here's another Jupiter card. Guys, we got Jupiter. We got the Wheel of Fortune twice in here and the Temperance card. We've got a lot of the universe working in our favor. We go from 20 to 10. From judgment, from the wake-up call to changing the balance of things. Look at that, Nine of Swords. It's supposed to be nightmare. That is the normal meaning of this card. But when I look at this, this is Mars in Gemini. Okay, Mars in Gemini is probationary period. It's studying. It's interning. It's practicing. Okay, so somebody has been doing a lot of practice. They're learning how to love you, and you've been showing them how you're loving yourself, and now they're learning how to love you. Here's yet another 9, guys. A couple of 9s in here too. 9 can be endings, but it can also be unconditional love. No more warring. I'm hearing, I put my trust in you. So this looks like an equal exchange of trust. I want to say silent vows. Kind of like, when they do something, you whisper to yourself, oh, I gotta love them forever. Right, that's it. I'm in. That's my person. Partners for life. Oh, look at that. Sun combusts Mercury. Brilliant idea. Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. And a lot of you guys might be feeling that, especially if you're a Scorpio. Personally, I have Sun combust Mercury in my chart in Scorpio in the 9th house. So that is a lot of bright ideas. Take back your power. Use your God-given power and intention to manifest blessings into your life. And that's what you've really been doing, right? When you've been filling your own cup and concentrating on your own needs and setting boundaries in place, so that you're taking care of your needs, your partner or friend or family member or coworker is taking care of their own needs, and then in your relationship together, you both put in and you both get out. Ooh, look, creative writing. I did say something about writing, yeah? So you guys might be doing a lot of writing or typing or blogging, any kind of media, really. Deep, cognizant writing. So this is almost like research. There's something you might be researching. Creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article in a book. With the Scorpio energy, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, this can be a talent. You could be claircognizant with the sun. I think it was sun combust Mercury also. You could be claircognizant, or you could be a good actor. So this can be directly related to that too. A lot of you guys are coming into it already. Clairsentience, Archangel Raguel. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Okay, so they're encouraging you to feel and to listen. I already told you to listen. You're listening, so you need to feel that energy and then make notes and write down what you feel and what you hear, what words come to mind. This creative writing could be, just simply putting a paper on the table and grabbing a pen and jotting down the first thing that comes to mind, making a log. Okay, so you could be tracking the ideas that come to you. But yeah, with the Sun combust Mercury, there's wow, it's going to be at 18 degrees. So a lot of you guys, if you have that in your chart, I would recommend you check where that's at and what house it's in, and that's going to give you some idea of where you're going to have ideas. But for today, I'm wrapping it up. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.